Well, welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about something we've been working on for quite a while, since it was a relatively complex thing to program. It's called Betting Horses to Win by Les Conklin. Now, Les Conklin, most of you know, if you're old enough, which most of us are in this business, is probably best known for his payday at the races. He designed very workable, high percentage methodologies that were really different thinking. I kind of like he's an early version of Mark Kramer, who comes up with rather bizarre ideas that seem to work, and this is what Les has done as well. Again, I know a lot of you are familiar with his Payday at the Races book again, but in reality, his second book, Betting Horses to Win, is even better than Payday at the Races. It's more accurate. It's got more range to it, and then it produces nice average mutuals. He was always looking for overlays. But the other neat thing about this one is he also recognized that favorites, since they win a third of the time, can't be ignored either. So he actually designed something to where it was predictable. You could look at a card, basically look at certain things on a race card. Again, this is back in the old days, looking through the racing form, and kind of determine, and he did it, said about 70% of the time, when a card is likely to be chalky. And Len was able to pretty much program that. So when a card is likely to be chalky, the program will lean towards the shorter prices, and it does very well. We'll show you shortly. But again, for the most part, Les was a value player, and again, you've got a $9.20, $9.30 average mutual, close to 37% on the best bets ROI, and also with the favorite part of it, he includes a methodology where you can do a progression. It's not a parlay, it's actually a progression on the favorites that qualify and do very well on that. Here he says a high percentage methodology for favorites, simply be foolish to ignore the fact that a third of all races are won by favorites. So, and back then, he says there are, great as key horses. You can use these key horses daily double. Back then, it was basically, that's what they had, the daily double. Now we've got so many more exotics, both vertical and horizontal. And one of these plays come up, they'll win at about a 44% rate. And that basically means that the favorite is also the morning line favorite is also the actual favorite, and a few other qualifiers, and you're going to get a 44% plus rate, and again, and about a 90% on the board. And again, that's what the favorite part of it is. So it's nice that this has the range of having the normal plays, which again have a really high average mutual, and the other aspect that it can also do really good on chalky cards. The nice thing about this too is that it is very logic oriented. So you're not going to get a lot of big bomb prices. You'll get some in the 20s, but you'll get a very steady diet of $10, $15 horses. Exact is among the top two. And you may notice something too we've done on our recent programs, where we'll have three horses mentioned in the bottom. The three boxes here are the top scorer, Conklin Speed Earner, which is a really great play, and a close call. And when two of those boxes are occupied by the same horse, by at least, two, sometimes three, but it's usually two, then that really enhances the chances of that horse. And in this particular program, that's even more pronounced when you see the horse mentioned twice. Here, Irish Royalty, $23 to win. And again, that's near the high side, $23 to $30. Playing the place and show makes a lot of sense. A lot of 15 to 1 shots, 19 to 1 shots often come in second or third. Also, again, as we say, you'll get a large amount of payoffs in the $8 to $14 range. You're going to get about a 35-36% win rate on the overall best horses. The close call horse is another one when it's the highest odds. We found this really neat thing. When the close call horse is the highest odds, it's a really, really solid play, and this horse paid $10.80. So again, that's all explained in the manual. Here we're talking about the when it looks like it's going to be a chalky card. Sorry, I can't think of the word. When the program, looks at the entire card, so this is likely to be chalky, is how Len programmed it. But if, for instance, here at Parks on the 16th, you had 7 wins from 9 races. No big prices. $7, well, $10.60, not bad. But again, getting 7 out of 9 is something that just very, very seldom happens. Here on the 17th, the very next day, 6 winners from the 10 race card, and you did have an $11 horse in there. But when you think about that kind of winning average, you could actually make money with favorites. And again, he includes a methodology, a money management plan that will also what he calls true favorites as opposed to false favorites, which most favorites are false favorites. But a money management plan that if you want to use that, you can do well with, using the money management just on those plays alone. The money management we also tried out on the normal plays, the plays that average $9, $10 to win. And it did well on that as well, although you will have some 3-4 race runouts, but if you stick with it, that'll really do well. And overall, this probably, he had actually a system in there that got 75% winners, but it hardly came up with any horses, but that's included as well. And we priced it $128. We think it's well worth it at that price. Again, you can do 3 pay on it. Of course, it's guaranteed. And if you have any questions, just give us a call. And 1-800-696-0067 or order from our website. Thanks. We'll talk to you next time.